Hi, welcome back to another video from Gateshead Pokemon Club. With this video, we're going to take you through the beginning of TCGO, which is the trading card game online. When you first start off, you've got to agree to the terms and services or you can't use the app. This should show you the first few games that get you started, and it also shows you all of the basics that you're going to need to know to play the game. This shows you that this is a basic card. It has 50 hit points and it shows you the attacks that you will need on the card and the energy requirements of them. So we start by putting our basic Pokemon up front. This is our attacking Pokemon. Our opponents put a Rattata out. Now, as our opponent's going first, they get to attach an energy first, but they can't attack. When you go first, you can't attack on your first turn. When you go second in the game, you can attack on your first turn. So we'll do a 10 attack, which is Smash Kick. You can see that there's advice on every single step of this first game, and the first few games are all like this, where it's actually giving you advice right the way through. So we've got a second energy. Let's attach it to Eevee so that we can use the stronger attack. And as you can see again, I've got advice telling us exactly what I should be doing step by step. Now, the reason that my opponents put that Pokemon onto the bench is if you've only got your Pokemon up front and that gets knocked out, you lose the game instantly, automatically. So we're going to use a potion to heal 30 damage off Eevee. That means that we've still got 40 HP left on Eevee, and we're going to use that attack again to knock out the Rattata. When we knock an opponent's Pokemon out, we can take a prize. The other way of winning, other than knocking all of the opponent's Pokemon out, is to take all of your prizes first. Now, we need to be careful because our opponent's going to be able to attack here. And we've still got nothing on the bench. So we'll put Pikachu onto the bench. And we'll start and put energy onto Pikachu so that when he comes into play, he can attack. Now you'll notice that Meowth's attacks are dependent on him flipping coins, on our opponent flipping coins. Our opponent could only do 10 damage there because that's what the coin flips said that he could do. And our Eevee's been knocked out, so our opponent takes a prize card. Right, let's put a final energy on so that we can use our really big attack of Electro Ball and knocks out the Meowth. Opponent's got no prize card, no Pokemon left on the bench, so we get the win. That was our first game. The next few games are also tutorial games, and you'll see they come up after this game, showing you where you are on the tutorial ladder. Energy onto Eevee, and because we're going first, we can't attack, so we've just got to pass our turn. Another game where the flip counts, so only 10 damage done by Jigglypuff because of the flip of the coin. As you can see, the more heads they got there, the more damage it did to our Eevee. So we're going to have Pikachu on the bench and start and build up Pikachu on the bench. Eevee does another 20 damage, meaning the Jigglypuff's only got 20 HP left, 20 health left, except it's evolving into a Wigglytuff, which has got more health left. Now all we can do is bring up our Pikachu. Thankfully we've got a Raichu to evolve into, so we can evolve into a Raichu. You can only actually evolve after your basic has been in play for a turn. We do 30 damage, miss the paralysis. That's what the coin flip was for. Now we have to be very careful because this one we're weak against, and you can see due to the weakness we took double damage. So we took 20 damage off the Sandshrew. We're going to put an extra energy on and we're going to be able to do our Electro Ball, which is enough to knock out the Sandshrew. It means Wigglytuff's got to come back into play and there's no energy on at the moment. One energy, it can't attack. We've still got our 80 attack, but we might as well heal Raichu while we're on and start and build the Pikachu on the bench up. There's a knockout and victory. Now that was a short game, but that was because we only had a couple of prizes left in the game. But that was again just so that you could see how the game worked. These first few games here, there's 5 games in total. These are all simple games that start and show you how the cards actually work. Now with this game I'm going to start with an Electabuzz and put Pikachu down on the bench. Again, so that we've got something on the bench in case our active is knocked out. Start and power up. We're going second, so we can attack straight away. We'll start and power up the Electabuzz and Light Punch. Now you'll notice in hand we've got a Pokémon Center Lady and a potion. The potion will heal 30 damage. The Pokémon Center Lady will heal 60 damage, but it also heals conditions. And you see I've put another Pokemon onto my bench just to make sure that we've got plenty there. You also don't want to use too many spaces on your bench because you might find that later on in the game there's something that you want to be able to get out. We'll start and build the bench up, and we're still using our ambush attack, which does 20 damage if we can get ahead. That's a knockout, and we take one of the 2 prize cards. Again, it's a short prize card game, this. Another energy onto Pikachu. It's still not worth using the potion. Nice double score there because we've got the heads. Another energy onto Pikachu. Still not worth using that, but seeing as it's there, we might as well use it. We've only got another single prize to take, so we'll swap up Pikachu because Pikachu's going to do that Electro Ball for 50 damage and a guaranteed knockout. And another victory. Right, you can see from these first few games, you end up with 250 coins. On that last game, you get a booster pack and you get a random GX card. They may all be GX tag team cards at the moment. Again, we've got a similar start to the last game here. Just checking whether Misty's determination is worth using, and it's not worth using yet. With this being our first turn, but the second turn of the game, that actually means we could have played a supporter. The other thing you can't do on your first turn, if you're going first, is you cannot play a supporter card. It was introduced to the rules last year. You can see I've just used Misty's determination to allow us to get Raichu into Evolve Raichu. Ambush. Nice 40 damage. Kangaskhan onto the bench. Start and build up Raichu with some energy. Don't think it's worth using the Pokemon Center Lady just yet, because it does heal 60 damage and it heals conditions. So if we ended up poisoned, asleep, paralyzed, confused, it would heal all of those as well. Now we've got 40 damage on us. As you can see, I've just drawn another Pikachu there. We'll just see what Tierno draws. Tierno, incidentally, is the same as the hop cards that are out at the moment. So because we drew a potion, I'd rather use a potion than a Pokemon Center Lady. Heals 30 damage off us, so we're back to 70 HP. They've evolved up to a Wheezing. And a nice coverage of damage there. So you can see I've got a couple of basics sitting in my hand. I don't really want to use them at the moment. I have got another potion there which will heal the 30 damage that we've got at the moment. We'll use that there. Another 40 damage there. The Wheezing, incidentally, is 100 HP, so it's only got 20 HP left. Now, another coverage of damage. We don't want our Raichu getting knocked out on the bench, so I'll just use Pokemon Center Lady to heal that up. And a knockout, and we take a prize card. There was an effect of that knockout, which you'll have seen. It meant that I discarded the top 3 cards of my deck. That was an effect on Wheezing. The Hard Charm reduces my opponent's attack by 20. That means my opponent, to do any damage to me, has got to be hitting me for 30. You'll see that just shortly when my opponent attacks. There we go. So there was no damage done at all by my opponent's attack. I'm going to evolve Spearow up into Fearow. And get the Volt Orb out. Now this I've just done to show you that I now can't get anything else on the bench. I'm playing Eversoda to see whether there's a Jolteon in this deck. Unfortunately there wasn't. I could have evolved Eevee up to Jolteon if that had been in the deck. The tutorial decks all seem to be based around the old X and Y cards. Whether or not they're going to update that, we honestly don't know. Ambush, just for 20, enough for a knockout. And take a prize card. One prize card remaining. Another hard charm, so we'll put that on to Raichu. 40 attack. And if they don't evolve, that leaves an easy knockout for the next turn. Again, you can see there's a 0 attack. And a knockout. Last prize card and the win. So we're through to our last game. Whether or not these training games play the same cards every single time, I honestly don't know. If you happen to play through and you find that you get exactly the same cards as I've described in this video, leave us a comment down the bottom so that I can update and let people know. Volt Orb up front. We can't do rollout because it's a double energy attack. So all we're going to do for now is just pass. Plus it was first turn, so we couldn't attack anyway. Now we're going to put a second energy on after we evolve up to Electrode. The evolution reminders can actually be turned off. But one that I would suggest that you leave on is the energy reminder. I'll show you that one in a later game where you go to cancel your game without attaching an energy and you get a reminder saying you haven't attached an energy. It's quite a handy one because it reminds you to attach an energy every turn that you possibly can, if that's something you want to do. Giovanni here, I'm going to use the attack to do 20 extra damage. So it's going to take that Electro Ball up to 80 damage, which is guaranteed knockout on the Scyther. This is a 6 prize game. You can actually take any of the prizes that are there. I just tend to start in that top left hand corner. Right, we'll start and power our bench up. Electro Ball, we should be able to get a knockout straight away on that. And another prize card. Professor's Letter's a great expanded card for getting energy in your hand and the type of energy that you need. Right, we're going to use the Eversoda here, and we're going to get Raichu back out and evolve Pikachu into Raichu. We attached an energy so we can use Thunder Shock. Let's hope it hits the paralysis this time. No, missed. The paralysis would mean that my opponent couldn't have attacked at all this turn. and they would have had to wait until their next turn to do anything. Now we know that our opponent has 2 energy in hand and can now use the strength attack. We're going to put another energy on, use the Pokemon Center Lady just to heal off the damage that we've got. That way, if we didn't knock him out, we've got the opportunity to come back a bit stronger the next turn. Electro Ball's an 80 attack, and that's a knockout. That'll take us through to getting the prize pack. And a random GX card, which is a tag team card, Umbreon and Darkrai. We'll go through and we've got to open the pack. It's all just part of the tutorial. Now what I'm going to do when I open the pack is I'm going to show you each card individually that comes out of the pack. I'll do this whenever I open a pack for you. Right, nice fighting energy. Nice Hippo. Golett. Skitty. Dino. Jigglypuff. Lunatone. Struggle Gloves. Combusken, which is an evolution. Very nice Heatran, Reverse Hollow. And a Melmetal. Right, every day that you log on, you will get a daily challenge. As you get further on, you can keep daily challenges so you've got 2 to do at once. But when you first start out, it's 1 per day, and there's only space for 1 per day. Right, I'm just going to pause things here for a second. I'm going to do a different video showing you this part of it, but I just wanted to quickly mention the decks that you can see below. Now, these are Born of Fire, Crushing Current, Hidden Depths. These are the tutorial decks that you get when you first start off. Personally, I think they should be updated. They are all old X and Y cards that's in these decks. There's not even Sun and Moon cards in them. However, some cards will have been reprinted in the newer sets. Each of these theme decks, you can see there's a 0 of 7 on. That means that you've got to play 7 games to fully unlock the actual deck for use in the online theme deck games. Now, after a few days of logging in, you will actually get another theme deck, which is Mental Might. So that gives you a total of 4 theme decks, which if you look at the one that's highlighted there, Zach, you will see that there are 4 black stars and then a pack with a question mark. If you can get 4 gold stars there by defeating Zach 4 times with 4 different theme decks, you will win a pack. You're going to want to go through these challenges on each of the decks to at least unlock 7 wins will unlock a full deck for the theme deck challenges on the ladder. If you do all 12 of these opponents, you will get a booster pack at the end of it. So it's worth doing anyway. Especially, you've got 7 wins with each deck to unlock them. You might as well do another 5 and defeat the rest of the opponents and unlock the gold level completely. You could do it so that you do 4 matches on each opponent for each of the starter theme decks. You could also buy theme decks from the shop once you've got enough coins. We've got 250 coins at the moment. I'm going to leave them there for now. You're looking at 500 coins for a theme deck, 200 coins to buy a booster pack. So we might as well leave them until we've got a few more and then buy a few more of the newer packs in one go. Well, I think I've said enough for now. And hopefully that's helped you out a little bit. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. Don't forget, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can be informed when we update, and I'll see you around.